Lucy wrote in. Lucy said, how easily could someone convince you that you had lost your mind? Either that your name isn't truly your name, or that you don't know people you think you know, or you don't have the job you think you have. I wonder about this sometimes, Lewis. Sometimes I get to a place where I say, okay, let's say I showed up today to the studio and I looked in the door to whatever has been the studio for several months, and there's like a bunch of stock traders in there, right? And I'd say, what the hell? We've had our office here. We have a lease here. Stock traders moved in? Like, what the hell is going on? And I'd go up to the leasing office and I'd say, hey guys, my office is gone. Like there's stock traders in there. And then if the leasing person who runs the building said, I'm sorry, who are you? And I go, no, David Pakman. Like we've been leasing, we signed a lease. And they go, I'm sorry, sir, who, did you have an appointment with someone? Or how long could that go? Let's assume it was a prank or whatever or not, before I seriously started to question, like,
sanity.
Questioning my sanity. Yeah, I don't know the answer. I mean, it's scary to think about.
Yeah, I'd like to think that it would be very, very difficult to convince me that I've lost my mind.
Yeah.
Mostly because I like to think that I have good attention to detail, and that you might make the littlest mistake, and I'll say, "Aha, I got you.
Right.
You're effing with me." But I don't know. I mean, I guess there could come a time where I do lose my mind.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't think that I lost my mind, and someone would actually have to convince me that I had.
Well, I guess that's the question. What would it take for you to not? Then the instinct most people would have is, someone's tricking me, right?
Yeah.
You go to a restaurant and you go to pay, and they say, "Sir, these are U.S. dollars. We take whatever. We take Motamedi bills here, or call it whatever, right?" You say, "Well, this is the United States, like U.S. dollars." Sir, U.S. dollars haven't been accepted here for 5 years. Like 5 years ago, the U.S. changed currency. What? No, it's crazy. You look around, you ask the person next to you, they show you their wallet. It's all these alternative bills, right? I mean, how long could that go before you just give up and say, I think this is true. Like I somehow have missed that this is the reality.
I think maybe if I went a whole day,
Yeah,
and everything was just completely different.
yeah,
It's conceivable to me that by the end of that day, I would be questioning my sanity.
yeah.
And that is, I mean, I'm talking everything. Just imagine that situation you just described happening.
In every sense.
In every
the currency's different. You go to your apartment. There's no apartment there. Someone else lives there. You knock on, your key doesn't work. You knock on the door. They say, I've lived here for 2 years. I don't know what you're talking about. You go downstairs to your car and there is no car. And when you call the police, they say, okay, what's the license plate? And you give it to them and they say that license is for a different car and for someone else altogether. It would take a lot is what you're saying.
It would take a lot, but I guess if it were really piled on thick,
Yeah.
it might not take more than a day.
Send me your thoughts about this. I've asked a few people off the air about this, knowing that we were going to talk about it today. It seems like a horrible situation, and I can only assume, Lewis, that for people with certain mental illness, that probably happens more often than you might imagine, right? This just complete out of place feeling, the feeling that you get when you go to where you left your car and the car has been towed and you don't see it. And there's this, for most of us, it's a microsecond where you go, what just happened here, right? It's this microsecond of confusion. Imagine that lasting hours or days, and it really is a horrible, horrible thought.
Yes, I never want to be in that situation.
We have a fantastic bonus show today. You'll have to tune in to see what we talk about. davidpakman.com/membership. Get instant access to exclusive member benefits today.